guys, okay, so today's video is all about fishball. Why I'm making a video about fishball is this exactly why. Firstly, I love to eat fishball, and secondly, I really want to know exactly how fishball is made up and what exactly is fishball all about. So here's what I found. Fishball is originally from China. Can you imagine that? So what happening is that the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang, he loved to eat fish, and he asked his cook to cook fish dishes for him, but it must be without bones. So we all know that it's a very strenuous work to do to debone fish every day. And one day, his cook, very angry and very tired to do that task. So what he did is that he minced the meat, the fish meat. But surprisingly, what he found is that when he minced the fish, it is easier for him to debone the fish. He picked all the bones out and he took the flesh and make it round, and then he cooked it for the king, for the emperor. The king loved it, and he kept on asking back for the dishes. So then the fishball have been used until now. But the real origin of fishball is still quite hazy. So what happened is that I have a friend in UPM. So I asked my friend, did she knows exactly how fishball is being made. She asked me to follow her into the laboratory and see exactly how they make their studies about fishball. So today I'm going to talk about how fishball is being made for you guys. Okay, so just now I've just finished following them into the experiment on how they make surimi. So this is my friend, she's Zulaika and Carmila. They will tell me on exactly how the process that is being used in the industry right now.
So the first step of making fishball is by preparing the paste of the surimi. Before we make it become fishball, right? Fish flesh are divided into two ways, which are from the raw fish or from the frozen fish. Okay, for the raw fish, first we must remove the scale of the fish by using the fish scaling machine, and then we must remove the bones of the fish by using the separator machine. This is the first step of making fishball, which we must prepare fresh fish, and then the next step is grinding and mixing all the ingredients. We put it into the silent bowl cutter machine. So it functions to mix and grinding all the ingredients for making a fishball. Next step is forming fishball. We form a fishball by using the fishball forming machine. The function of this machine is to produce the fishball according to the request people.
After forming the fishball, we are going into the molding and boiling the fishball. Forming is just to shape the fishball into round shape, while molding is to keep the shape of the fishball. After the forming is done, it just fall down from there, and there will be a stream of hot temperature water, and there will be like a groove of water streaming downwards, and then it will move to the hot temperature that will be controlled, and it will be boiled. Reason to boil is to serve as a pasteurized product, and also it is to make sure the product have a smoother surface. And then we'll move on to the process of cooling or also freezing. This cooling done by conveying into the cooling groove. This process happens when the cold water will flow into the fishball, and then the warm water will flow out, and this will keep the temperature around 25 degrees Celsius. Fishball will then move to the next process, which is chilling or freezing. It's freezing, we will go to freezer where it has a temperature of negative 18 degrees Celsius. Lastly, it will be packed manually or mechanically to enhance the storage stability and also distribution of the marketing.
But I do have a question actually.
Yes.
During the experiment, you guys wash the flesh of the fish, right?
Yeah.
And another machine where you guys moving out the water from the fish. Exactly why did you guys do it?
We wash it with the ice and water to clean out all the impurities from it, and also to give the color to be more pure whitish. Then you can tell about the candy.
Which
Yeah.
separate the water from the fish.
And also, if we don't wash it, then we will have the residue of the impurities that will affect the
odor, flavor maybe.
Odor, the flavor, and also the microbial growth will also increase.
Then I will meet with another friends to talk about another part of fish balls. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the quality analysis and the assurance of the fish ball. Okay, fish balls. Also my friend, okay, Aina and Shahira. So exactly how is it that we want to confirm the quality of a product?
So we can confirm our quality of product of fish ball with analysis, which analysis can carry by two factors, which is external and internal. Basically, external factor consists of size, shapes, and also the color. Size, as usually, it based on the demand. Wants to bigger size and smaller size. So usually in the manufacture, they will weigh at constant weight. Usually 25 gram. So next for the shape, fish ball we want
It's very round.
yes, very
Yes.
circle.
Very
Round. In order to shape that, we use a machine called fish ball for me. Therefore, we can get a constant shape.
Yeah.
So next is the color. Color we can test using a colorimeter. Color we record, and the more whiter the fish ball, show that the fish ball is more pressure.
Okay, for the internal, I have three categories: physical, microbial, and chemical. For the microbial, we use salt, right? So salt act as an antibacterial agent, as a preservative, sucking water out from the fish ball. Next, for the chemical,
Chemical part.
for the pH, generally pH will decrease during the storage. Based on research claim that when we storage it, we lowering of the muscle of the pH that related to the denaturation of myofibrillar protein due to the conversion of muscle glycogen to lactic acid. That's why the pH
It's
quite lower during the storage. Okay, for the physical, we use a texture analyzer.
The machine.
The machine. We determine the hardness, cohesiveness, and texture. Elastic of the fish ball can only be provided by fish meat with good gel forming ability.
The more whiter fish, the more
gel
forming ability.
As a consumer, I more prefer the fish ball to be more bouncy,
Bouncy,
chewy.
elastic,
Chewy. So does the gelatin one is what
Yes.
influence the bounciness of
the
it?
bounciness, yes. Based on
Physical
physical
properties.
properties, we can see the elasticity of the texture. We analyze if we can also evaluate by using a sensitive evaluation. We will check by our sensory how the chewiness, how hardness that we accept.
So that's all from how the quality control and how the analysis for fish ball. So I will resume my interview.
So now we're going to talk about the
part of
composition of fishball.
fishball.
With me, Ain, today. So Ain, how can you say about the composition of fishball? Because what as I know, fishball, yeah, it have fish inside that.
Okay.
But what is other things inside that and why they are being put into the product?
Okay, mostly when we make it the fish ball, of course the meaning, of course the fish, right? So 64% is the fish meat, and the other, which is 36, is other ingredient. Which we added cornstarch, red flour, egg white. Why we use a cornstarch? Because of cornstarch, it can make the fish ball is more elastic. It can bind all the to make a very full, full
round
texture.
shape.
Yes. And then while we're using a fish, there also we cannot use a different type of fish. We usually use eel or mackerel because it's more fresh. And then why we use a wet flour? Because as a thickener, as a binder, and as a filler, and as a stabilizer. So the texture of the fish ball can easy to make it. Okay, and then why we use egg white?
We only use white egg,
Yes.
not the yolk. The
No.
yolk.
Because egg white is functioned because of the emulsifier, so it can bind the water and the fats from the fish, so that all the ingredients that we make can also be bind together. And then salt and sugar, usually for the add up some flavor and for taste, so that the fish ball not to fish taste. I think that's all for the ingredient for the fish ball.
Okay, so yeah, that is one more new knowledge for me as a consumer. So I think that's all right.
Okay.
So thank you to Miss Ain. So that's all for the journey of me today on how fishball has been made. I could conclude that today is a very fun day for me because I've never been into lab, and I follow them into the laboratory, and I follow them how they make the surimi. That was fun. Okay, so that's all. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. See you again.